Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Grow With Me. I'm your host, Aziza, and in this episode, we are going to talk about the magic and the value of saying no. How is it possible to say no? What will happen when we say no? So, we are going to talk about this thing. So, today's topic is about the magic of saying no. So, before starting with this episode, I want you to have your favorite drink, whether it's a cup of tea, cup of coffee, cup of matcha, or maybe a glass of your favorite juice, so that you enjoy having your drink while listening to me. And also, I want you to answer my question because, as always, we start the episode with a question, and I want you to answer me down below in the comments. So, the question says, when was the last time you said no? Sorry. When was the last time you said no? And how did you feel after that? What I mean by saying no is that you actually mean it. Like you really want to say no. Like you don't want to do something and you said no, you don't want to do. Because this is actually the magic. And it is so hard, by the way. And to be honest with you, it is extremely hard and challenging to say no to things you don't really want to do. Why? Maybe because we grown up in societies where we are expected to say yes every single time. Maybe people expect us to always say yes when we actually want to say no. But when you start saying no, they be like, what is going on? Something like that. So they start judging you for simply saying no when you don't really want to say yes. So really, answer me down below. Like, when was the last time you said no? Like, what are your tips and tricks? What are, maybe you have some advice that you want to share with us so we learn from each other and we grow together. And this is actually the purpose of this particular podcast show. It's like I grow and you grow, like we grow together. And that's why I name it as Grow With Me, because I'm here to grow and I want you to grow as well. So yeah, really, like, feel free to let us know how you say no. However, if you find it challenging to say no, that's okay. Don't worry. You are here to learn. You are here to grow, and you are here to break um the difficulties. You are here to challenge yourself and start saying no, even for simple things. Simple things like your friends want to go out, but you don't want to go. Maybe you want to relax at home. Maybe you have things to do at home and you don't want to go with them. But the thing is that maybe your friends expect you to be always there, to always be there. Maybe your friends expect from you to say yes all the time, but when you say no, they might not accept it, but that's okay. It's up to them. They don't want to accept it. That's fine. It is your life. You have to say no when you don't really want to say yes. Seriously. I was actually there. I was there all the time. I was there saying yes every time I want to say no. My heart breaks every time I say yes when I actually want to say no. But I used to get really scared. I used to be scared, actually. I used to be scared of being judged. I used to be scared of being talked about. I used to be scared of of people saying rude things about me back then, actually. I still have that feeling. I still have that thoughts from time to time, but not anymore. Not like before. For now, like I'm okay. I am I am s- I am learning to listen to my soul. I am learning to accept what I want. I am learning to listen to what I want. I am learning. And it's not always easy, by the way, especially if you live in societies or maybe if you are surrounded by friends or maybe by some people who always expect you to be presentable, who always expect you to say yes all the time. So saying no to them um might not actually sound acceptable, but it's okay. Let them, really. Because honestly speaking, when we look at the word no, it's actually very simple. No. Do you want to go out? I don't want to go out. That's it. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to provide them with excuses. You don't need to write a message of paragraphs or maybe send a voice note of 5 to 10 minutes explaining why you don't want to go out. It's okay. You don't need to. You don't give you don't have to excuse I mean you don't have to provide your you don't have to actually send them any messages. You don't need to apologize, really. So you don't want to go? It's okay. Just tell them, no, I don't want to go today. Or, no, I'm sorry, I'm busy. Or, you know what? You don't even need to say, I'm sorry. I know it sounds rude sometimes, but really, you don't need to apologize for something you don't want to do. If they ask you to be presentable tonight, but you don't want to, maybe you have things to do. So you tell them, "Oh, I don't think it's possible for me today because I'm busy." If you want to be nice. But if you want to be direct, you can simply say, "Today is really packed for me. Maybe next time." Or you can say something like, "Well, maybe next time you can tell me early so at least I can look at my calendar." In this case, you show that you are very busy and you care about your presence, you care about your self respect, you care about your value, really. The thing is that when the word no is actually easy to say, it even consists of two letters, N and O, but it feels like the heaviest word in the English language, really. Especially when you want to say no to people who never accept it from you. Maybe you live with a partner who never accept the no from you. Maybe you have a boyfriend or you have a girlfriend who never accept the no from you. Maybe you have friends who never accept that. Maybe you have a boss who never accept the no from you. Because the thing is that um, it is okay actually to say no, really. I like let's say you are in a company and your boss wants you to stay after 6 p.m. and you don't want to stay after 6 p.m. because your contract doesn't say so. And okay, maybe, just maybe, all right, you have some work to do and you want to stay after 6. But are you going to be paid for that hour? Or this is like or this will be considered as part of your um like 9 to 6. So this is the thing actually. If you want to stay after 6 p.m. for that day, make sure not to repeat that next time because probably your boss and even your colleagues might think that, oh, you are available, you are okay to stay after 6 p.m. So it's okay in this case. Next time we ask you to stay after 6 p.m. and you say yes, and the following time you will be okay with that, even though you don't really feel okay in the inside, but nobody actually sees your inside until you tell them how you feel. You need to be very careful with that. Nobody sees the inside of you. Nobody knows what is going on inside of you. You need to speak for what you feel. If you don't speak, people will never see. People, like, for example, for me, I like I have been through a lot of situations, and there were times when I really wanted to cry, but people see me happy. Why? Because whenever I talk with them, I don't complain. I don't show my sadness. I don't let them feel how stressed I am. So a lot of people actually keep on saying things like, "Oh, you look so cool. You look so calm. You look so relaxed." But in reality, I there were times when I was like exploding in the inside, but nobody sees that. Nobody sees the volcano inside of me. Nobody sees that. So this is the thing. People will never see what is inside of you until you show them, until you speak to them, until you tell them what is going on with you. If you are not happy with working after 6 p.m., tell them. Tell them you are not. If you don't want to go out with your friends at night because you want to relax at home, tell them. If you don't want to attend a particular event, tell them. Really tell them. Do not push yourself to the limit. Really, your energy is very much valuable. So you need to respect your energy actually. So the thing is that when you say no to a toxic friend, for example, or maybe to a task that is not your responsibility, or maybe to a boss who wants you to work after 6 p.m., or maybe to a dinner when you are actually tired and you just want to relax at home, you really want to say no. Seriously, you really want to say no. You you really need to show people how you feel. And people who are respected will understand how you feel, really. People who are respected are the ones who are understandable. So you need to be very authentic. You need to be um, very transparent, and you need to be yourself. So if someone asks you for something and you can't actually do it, you don't need to make thousands of excuses, as I said. Simply say something like, I would love to, but I don't have the capacity for this right now. Or if someone maybe like wants your help, maybe needs your help, and you are not available, maybe you don't have the energy to do that, well, simply say something like, oh my gosh, I would love to, but I don't have the energy right now. Maybe I can help you some other times. Really, as simple as that. Do not force yourself to help when you can't actually do it, when you really need some rest. So, seriously, think of it. I know that it is not always easy to do that, but you need to do it for your own peace and for your own energy. You need to save your energy. You should not drain yourself to the maximum level because people will respect you when you respect yourself, when you respect your energy, when you love your soul. But if they don't want to understand that, it's okay, let them off. Really, let them go. Why do you need to keep on putting yourself beyond limit just for people to say, wow, perfect, thank you so much, you are amazing. But in reality, you are dying from the inside. Why? Like, why do you need to keep on pushing yourself to the maximum limit, where in reality, you simply need to sleep? You simply need to relax. Maybe you want to do nothing, but to do nothing. Seriously. So, yeah, try to say no and see what happens. People who are understandable will appreciate that and they will understand that. But people who are not understandable, people who are taking you for granted, they will not understand it. And in this case, let them off and say goodbye to them and close the door after them. I know it sounds um, harsh, but sometimes we need to be harsh with people who don't actually respect our no. Really. People who don't respect your no, let them go. It's very simple, actually. Personally speaking, I wished I said no to some people in the past. I wished. I mean, I said no, but I said it a bit late because I didn't know that it is possible to say no. I thought it is always necessary to say yes when I really needed to say no. I pleaded for the word no, really. And the thing is that I thought they could see it. I thought they could see how I feel without telling them, without speaking about my feelings. I thought they can see, but they didn't. Or maybe they didn't want to. I don't know. And I don't really care anymore. It's not really my issue anymore. But really, I'm not exactly sure if they didn't really see it or they didn't want to see. But in the end, it was actually my responsibility for not speaking my feelings, for not letting them know how I actually feel. I pushed myself to the maximum limit where I got no energy left for myself. There were times when I helped people where in reality I needed actually to help myself. But when it was time for me to help myself, I did not have that time. Why? Because my energy was already over. My energy was already drained back then. Back then. So, yeah, I don't want you to experience what I experienced. I really want you to have a beautiful experience. I really want you to have a meaningful experience. And so I really want you to start saying no when you really want to say no. So please let me know down below in the comments if you experienced such situations. Like, how did you feel when you said no? And when was the last time you said no? And if you have some tips and tricks that can help us learn from you as well, because here in this podcast, we are here to grow together. I want to grow and I want you to grow with me. So, yeah, this is basically everything related to today's episode, which is the magic of saying no. I really hope today's episode is very effective, and I hope it has brightened your way to understand more about the magic of saying no, about the benefits of saying no. If you have questions or if you have other topics that you want me to speak about in the upcoming episodes, please let me know down below in the comments. Until then, please stay safe, take care of yourself, and start treating yourself with love. Start setting your boundaries, start setting your limits so people won't take you for granted. Thank you so much for being here, and I will be looking forward to having you the next time. I'm your host, Aziza, and until then, please take care of yourself, and I love you so much. Bye bye.